Hey there, welcome back to my channel. So today I have another haul. This has been a long time coming. I feel like it was just a couple videos ago, but I have no idea because of the order I'm going to post them, where I was talking about how I haven't found any good Shoppers deals lately for those of you who are in Canada, and then the gods heard me. So I have 3 fragrances to share with you guys. At the time that I've purchased them, they are popping up all over the country really at $19.99 each. So hopefully you got a chance to pick them up at that price if you live near a Shoppers, but if not, they're still available online on like Fragrance Buy, Perfume Online, those kinds of stores that I always link in my description box below. Fragrance Net, Fragrance X, whatever you find online, and they're going to be a little bit more affordable on there. Obviously not as good as $19.99, but a little bit more affordable on there because I believe these are all going discontinued. So I have 3 fragrances, like I mentioned. We're going to go through all 3. They're all blind buys. There's women and men's fragrances. So let's get into it. If you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and all that good stuff. And yeah, we're going to start with the women's fragrance because I know that most of you are not like me and wear pretty much everything under the sun, no matter who it's marketed towards. So we'll start with the women's fragrance. And this one is by Nina Ricci, actually. And this is in the collection of Les Belles de Nina, and this is Luna. So it is an 80 ml, because I know I always forget to mention how many mils there are in every fragrance, like the size, because you guys sometimes ask. I've never tried this, obviously. I've never tried, any of the fragrances, but this one has always intrigued me in terms of notes. Not because I think it's going to be my favorite. I was actually relatively unsure, but it just always seemed intriguing. So I do love the bottle color, the color of the juice. I'm a huge fan. It's kind of like the Lolita Lempickas, where there is no cap. You see the spray right here, and then you'll press down. So this has wild berries, orange blossom, tangerine, lime, pear, immortelle, caramel, jasmine, vanilla, licorice, sandalwood, and musk. A whole lot of notes, and such an interesting mix that I couldn't ever really imagine exactly what it was going to be, because I felt like it was trying to be 2 fragrances at the same time. There were like the wild berries, orange blossom, pear, tangerine, lime, even sandalwood, I guess, is in one area, and then I felt like the immortelle, caramel, vanilla, licorice, it was its own thing, maybe with jasmine, depending on how strong the jasmine is. And so I just wasn't ever sure. I'm not a huge fan of licorice, but I like licorice more as a fragrance note than I do to eat. I couldn't even imagine eating licorice. Like, I hate the taste. Obviously I've tried it before, but I hate the taste. But as a smell, I'm much more forgiving. So let's discover it together. This is one that I will admit, if it was not $19.99 or very inexpensive, I would never have picked up, because it's just so hard to guess what it's going to smell like. So let's see. Oh, okay. There is definitely something it's reminding me of, and I cannot put my finger on it. What is it? Okay, second impressions, when they roll around, I'm gonna go through my collection and find what fragrance it is that it's reminding me of, because it's not as unique as I thought it was gonna be, but it is unique. It's not as unique in my collection of 400 fragrances, but I don't think it's a generic smelling fragrance. Okay. You definitely get a tart, citrus, berry, fruity opening. Kind of like if you had like a berry salad with some lemon and lime, and yeah, it really does smell tart. But there is a gourmand nature to it as well. The licorice is not that strong. To my nose, honestly, it could have been a lot stronger. It's there, but you also get like it's like a caramel licorice, mixture. It's interesting. It definitely is reminding me of something, and I do like it. I mean, it's not something that, based on first impression, I wouldn't wear. Like, I would wear this. I don't know why it smells more purple to me. Like, this is obviously blue, and I hope you know what I mean. Like, it smells more of like it doesn't smell grapey, wish it did, but it smells more of like I guess it's like the berries and the citrus. Interesting. Okay. This one, I'm gonna see how I feel about it. I don't hate it. It's not a love at first sight, but it's not a hate at first sniff either. I do have to find what in my collection it's reminding me of, though. It definitely has like a fruitiness that is tart, and then I actually like the gourmand notes to it. I think that's what's making it more interesting. Otherwise, it would have just been kind of like a sour, fruity fragrance. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how I feel about it after I've worn it a little bit, but that is Luna by Nina Ricci, and that was the women's fragrance. So then we get to the two that are technically men's fragrances. They're both by Paco Rabanne, and they're both flankers of one another. So there is the Pure Excess, just the original, and then there's the Pure Excess Night. So I love, this is just a side note, I don't really keep my boxes. I keep very, very few of them. The best of the best, and usually it's like those hard boxes, but I do always feel tempted on keeping the ones that are like suede like this. Dolce & Gabbana does a lot of them, and this one as well. It's just such a lovely surprise. I feel like if I had a perfume collection and I wasn't gonna make the really like sturdy, fancy niche boxes, then if I was gonna have cardboard, I'd at least have this like suede box, because I just think it just adds a special touch to it. That's besides the point. This is what it looks like. Pure Excess, and this has ginger, thyme, grapefruit, bergamot, green accord, vanilla, liquor, cinnamon, leather, apple, myrrh, sugar, cedar, woodsy notes, cashmere, and patchouli. My goodness. Again, pretty hard to guess what this was going to smell like. Usually I have a pretty good idea, and I was intrigued. I was intrigued to see, oh, I wasn't expecting that. Okay, it kind of opens like a lighter, which is slightly annoying because it doesn't open in all the way, and I feel like I need to kind of turn it this way, but we'll see. Yeah, interesting. The cap is plastic, so it helps with, oh, okay. I actually really like this. It definitely smells like a designer fragrance. Like, it doesn't smell niche at all, and it doesn't smell unique. It kind of smells like man. I feel like this would be, you know, those candles that they make, hopefully you guys know what I mean, but those candles that they make that are just supposed to smell like men or men's cologne. This kind of smells like that. I love the kind of cinnamon warmness. Obviously, you guys know, if you've been watching my channel, if there's a fragrance with cinnamon in it, you can bet it's going to be so amplified on my skin. I don't know what it is about my body chemistry, but it picks up cinnamon like no other. I love the boozy cinnamon quality to it, but it's also very sparkling. Like, it has like a ginger ale zestiness. It doesn't smell like ginger ale, but like a ginger zestiness. Yeah, it's like green and sparkling and zesty, but it also has like slightly boozy cinnamon feel to it. This is certainly like a masculine smelling fragrance. I don't think the average woman would want to smell like this. I'm not the average perfume lover, so I will actually wear this myself. But it definitely is, yeah, it definitely smells like your quintessential, what you're thinking of, cologne for a man. I do like it. I'm interested to see what the difference is between this and Night, because again, I've never tried these before, but this one had the more interesting notes between the two, so I'm intrigued. Hopefully I really like the Night because it's actually a larger bottle, but that's Pure Excess. To me, that's really what I'm getting, is that sparkling ginger, zesty greenness combined with some like a liquor cinnamon warmth, which I really do like. All right, so now we get to the last one, and that is, like I mentioned, Pure Excess Night. This one actually, just because of availability, was the 100 ml. So I hope I love it. And this has ginseng, ginger, cacao, vanilla, cinnamon, myrrh, and caramel. From what I gathered, it's supposed to be a little sweeter and darker smelling, because obviously it's the Night. Bottle wise, it does look, it's very heavy. Oh my goodness. It does look exactly like Pure Excess. Just, I mean, I have a larger bottle, and then obviously it says Night. But I will say it's got some thick glass on it. It's very, very thick. And this one, which I do prefer, the cap actually comes off, which I like more. So let's see. I'm hoping this is even maybe sweeter, maybe a little more unisex, but we won't know. So let's see. Oh, okay. Let me just spray a little bit more. This one, it isn't sweeter actually. This is more, it's interesting. Okay. This one is actually less sweet. I thought maybe because there were less notes and it has like cacao and myrrh and caramel, it is going to be a little bit sweeter, but this definitely is the nighttime version of Pure Excess. It like borderlines on being like a slightly sparkling bitter rather than sparkling fresh. It's also way more dark, like it does smell earthy in its greenness instead of fresh in the greenness that Pure Excess has, and it is more masculine. Okay, I'm definitely gonna wear this one less often. Just purely me and my taste, but I feel like if you're buying for a man, which most of you would be, you kind of have to see what their taste is, because this is more masculine. This has a real rich, like earthiness to it. Almost like dirt. It's hard to explain, and I know that doesn't sound appealing, but it does have kind of like a dirt earthiness to it that was not in Pure Excess. Pure Excess, however, I kind of wish the sizes were the other way around. It always ends up being this way. Pure Excess, if you're right when you're smelling them back to back, immediately fresher, immediately sweeter, immediately smells more unisex. Even though they're both masculine, this one is less masculine on the spectrum and way more of that liquor cinnamon that I like. Yeah, it is interesting. The earthiness, I'll have to play around with that one and see obviously if things change or, you know, how I layer it, but not immediately my fave. All right, so I mean, putting them in order is going to be relatively easy because I feel like I already know in last place it's going to be Pure Excess Night. It's just, yeah, I don't know. It's like that cacao. I don't really get any of that. And so it just smells like bitter earth note. And I was very surprised, honestly, because I thought the myrrh and the caramel and the vanilla would bring a sweetness to it that I really don't get. Like, I don't get any sweetness to that fragrance, which is interesting. Then in second place, I do find them pretty on par. Like, I do like them pretty equally. I'll just say Pure Excess I'll put in second place just because I'm gonna wear it probably less often than this one, but as it's settling on my skin, there is something about this I really like, and it's reminding me of a fragrance. So Luna's actually pretty impressing me right now. I'll have to find the fragrance it's reminding me of, but I'm not mad about that one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this haul. I hope it's helpful to you to see if you want to pick it up for yourself or a loved one or a family member, whomever they may be. Those were kind of first impressions. I'll be back at some point for second impressions after I've played around with them a little bit. But let me know in the comments below which one of these you're most likely to want to try or buy or gift to someone, and I'll see you next time. Bye.